When Swami Vivekananda was in the West, once there was a very rich man who had some personal issues and he was in a great state of depression. Somebody introduced him to the name of Swami Vivekananda and he decided to pay a visit to Swamiji. Swami Vivekananda's biography describes the visit of that rich man in a very glowing way. When he reached the place where Swamiji was staying, there was this kind of a peon at the door who wanted to receive that man and take him inside, but he just brushes him aside in a fit of kind of arrogance and goes in and says, "Where is the Swami?" He is shown the way and he goes there. There Swamiji is sitting as if in a state of deep reflection. And Swamiji tells him, "Yes." And he comes there with his problems. He's not even spoken what he had to say when Swamiji tells all that he had faced in life. And he tells him, "This is not the way to live life. You must do something for others. Unless you do something for others, there will be no peace and joy in your life." The man felt that it was too much that he should be given advice and he walked off. But somehow Swamiji's words entered into his heart. And next day he returned and again Swamiji was sitting in his study in a mood of reflection. He came and left a check on Swamiji's table and said, "Here Swami, be thankful that I have done my donation." To which Swamiji said, "No, you should be thankful to me that you are inspired to do this." This was the first public donation by John D. Rockefeller, the famous philanthropist whose Rockefeller Foundation is even today working. Swamiji inspired people in this way in many ways. Another incident is Swamiji's interaction with the JRD Tata, Jamsetji Tata. When Swamiji was traveling to the West, both of them happened to meet in the ship and they held conversation. Tata was very impressed with Swamiji's ideas. Later, he wrote a letter to Swamiji saying that I would like to start an institute on the lines which you have suggested. Swamiji had suggested that we should have such an institute where study of science and study of the way things are done, how to improve life must be established. Such an institute should be established. And Tata wanted to start an institute and wanted to invite Swamiji to head that. Of course, Swamiji did not go there, but that letter which Tata wrote to Swamiji is very much preserved. And if you go to the Tata Steel Industry and their main office, you find that letter being preserved there in a big laminated way. This way, Swamiji has given inspiration to people to take up this kind of work, what we are discussing there, entrepreneurship. In fact, they say this conversation between Swamiji and JRD Tata led to what we call as the formation of Indian Institute of Sciences in Bangalore. That is the kind of institute which Swamiji wanted to have. So there is a lot of scope for us to look at Swamiji from this angle. Of course, Swamiji was a deeply spiritual person, but his spiritual growth or spirituality did not mean only personal salvation. He gave the motto before the Ramakrishna mission as Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitayacha. Atmano Mokshartham means for one's own salvation, for one's own spiritual growth, and Jagat Hitayacha, and for the good of others. In fact, this is not just Ramakrishna mission's motto, this is the motto which anyone with a healthy viewpoint towards life, he wants to adopt, and a motto, he can have it. This is the one message which Swamiji has given Atmano mokshartam jagat hitaya cha.